Hi, welcome to BONITA'S kitchen and thank you for joining us. Today I'm excited to bring to you this tasty recipe for Tater Tot Breakfast Casserole. Only a few simple ingredients, of course. We all may have it in our own home and I will give you substitutes. If this interests you, stick around and let's get started. So now first off, what I got here is about a pound of mild Italian sausage. Now you can have whatever sausage you enjoy eating. I know that some friends of ours, they enjoy moose sausages and, like you said, wild game sausage. This is with a tasty taters, but we call them tater tots, and you can get them any brand, of course. You can go to full bag of the tater tots, you can go to half a bag, depending on how many you're going to be making this recipe for. I'm going to be using a bell pepper. I got it 3 different colors, red, orange and green. We got shredded cheese, 5 eggs, depending on again how many you're making it for. Milk, some seasonings, we'll explain those. Butter. We'll get started with the sausages first, taking them out of its casing and then putting it into the frying pan. So after you make a little cut in the casing, just take that off, toss the sausage into the pan, because we're not frying the whole sausage, we're just frying it up and have it as pieces. So we're just gonna get that in there and I'll continue on and I'll tell you what's next. So the last of that, so pretty much that's all you need to do there. I'm going to wash up there now and I'm going to tell you the rest of the ingredients. I'm just going to dry off my hands there now. So pretty much, again, about a pound of sausage, and any type of sausage. I'm using the mild Italian. Now this recipe today is kind of a spin-off of my daughter-in-law's mom's recipe. We spent some time with him over Easter and she made this delicious casserole, and again, a few probably of her secret ingredients in there that she probably kept a secret, but I'm going to share with you the way I'm going to make it today. Pretty similar to hers and it's absolutely delicious. So next what we're going to do is toss in there about a tablespoonful of butter to get this frying. So now get the frying pan put on a medium heat. I got a tablespoonful of butter. You could use margarine, you could use cooking oil. And pretty much as the sausage fries, it's going to release some oil anyway, and we'll just discard that. But we just want to add in those extra flavors. I got here about a half a teaspoonful of fennel seed, and I got it grind a little bit so that it's infusing those flavors again. Toss that in there with the sausage. A teaspoonful of onion powder, not onion salt, and about a half a teaspoonful of pepper. Now this here is a mild Italian sausage. It's got a little bit of pepper in it, but this is to kind of flavor everything along with the tater tots, and so it'll all go through everything. So I'm just going to cook this up now until it starts to brown off. So this is coming along nicely now. I'm going to put about just a pinch of sea salt in there. The sausage, it do have salt in it, and this is just to give it another little bit of extra seasoning. Yeah, I like that nice taste of the flavors of everything together. And now, so at this point there, you see starting to get a golden brown. I'm going to toss in my peppers. So as you can see, I got some red and orange and green bell pepper. And this is basically just to infuse those flavors. This is for breakfast. So if you had it for lunch, you can infuse garlic, you can infuse onion. But right now I'm just going to settle with the basics here now. I'm going to let that start to cook. So pretty much getting to the end of this here now, cooking the sausage. Pre-cook the sausage before we add it into the casserole. You see there's a small amount of grease there. I'm going to pour that off. And now I'm going to go back to my countertop and we'll go to the next step. Okay, I'm just going to put a little drizzle of olive oil there and just use my fingers there to brush it over the pan. The pan I'm using, say 8 by 11, 9 by 14. It's a big casserole dish. You could use a smaller one if you're making a half a batch, or if you're making a full batch because you got, you know, 4 to 6 people, you could do that as well. So they're still frozen, but of course when you buy them in the stores, they're already cooked, right? So if you don't have tater tots where you're from, you can use the large, what do you call them? Ash browns. That's it, ash browns. I'm gonna get it. Yeah, the large ash browns, but have them cooked prior to. So if you make them yourself, you know, cutting them with your potato, which we do often here, you pre-cook them first before you add it into this dish, so you make sure everything's cooked together. So add the cooked sausage on top of those tater tots, and now I'm going to toss them together. So not a big deal there, like you said. As you when you put the egg in, you can toss it in as well. But when I usually pour the egg over the top, I got it already tossed and everything has got an equal amount, because I don't think, I'm going to say for Raymond's sake, if he got a corner of this casserole and there was no sausage in it, yeah, he'll be going to your plate.
You're telling secrets.
Yeah, because you got to have equal amount of everything all through it so that it's nice. So now what we're going to do now, I got I got 5 eggs here. I'm going to crack them actually in the bowl here that I add my tater tots in. And I'm going to add in there 1 cup of milk to it. And the last egg, so that's 5 eggs I'm using. And you could use, like you said, if you want half a dozen eggs or even just 3, that's totally up to you. So now what I'm going to do is whisk this together. Pretty much we're just whisking that together. I'm going to do another pinch of sea salt and 1 cup of milk. And you use the milk that you enjoy drinking, for dietary reasons, of course. So just until you blend those eggs together and get all the yolk and the whites blended, then we're going to pour it over our tater tots and sausage mixture. Now I'm going to pour it over the top of all of that mixture. And I was able to keep Raymond's hands off it, but I couldn't keep mine.
No, I was going to say, you're cheating.
I couldn't keep mine off those sausage. I'm sure they're my favorite. It's got such a nice taste. So after you've done that, just equally sprinkle the cheese over. Now, there's no culinary way to do this. You put over as much as you want. You can bury it in cheese. But I just like a nice little coating, and that's about 1 cup. You don't need to season it anymore, but again, you can if you want to. Now let me tell you how long you need to bake it for. So now we're going to put this in a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven, preheated oven, for anywhere from 45 to 60 minutes. And then I'm going to say until the egg inside is baked. Again, if you're making this for like your lunch or for supper, you can add in there onions, you can add in there garlic, you can put in there whatever flavors you like.
As they say, fill your boots.
Fill your boots. But because it's for breakfast, I don't know if we want all of that flavors in there. That's why I put that into of onion powder to just kick it up. And we're going to serve ours with baked beans and some homemade bread. So we're going to enjoy this feast. I'm going to put it in the oven and show you what it looks like when it's baked. Our Tater Tot Breakfast Casserole is baked. I'm going to take it out of the oven and show you what it looks like. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. Now come in a bit closer and I'll show you what it looks like. Now just look at this delicious casserole. I can see you making this today, going to your fridge, to your deep freeze, and just pulling out whatever you got in shapes of sausage, if you got ash browns and not the tater tots, whatever peppers, or, you know, have this for lunch. Doesn't matter. You're gonna love it, whichever way you have it. I'm gonna turn it and just look. I mean, it's packed full with goodness. Now I'm going to put it on my plate and have a little taste. The smell in this house is absolutely amazing. And I can't wait to dig into this today and have not just a taste, but the full meal deal. Yes.
The full bowl.
The full meal deal, because right now, the taste of that sausage, all of those flavors blend together, drop the fork, delicious. We got some baked beans here with it, and I'll share that link with you. We got two different kinds of baked beans up there, one with the slow cooker or the crock pot, the other one in the oven, and the homemade bread. We're gonna have this after, Raymond, with a nice cup of hot tea. 2 thumbs up. I'm so glad that my daughter-in-law's mom shared her meal with us just back there in Easter. We loved it, and of course now it's our new favorite that we're just putting whatever in it. As Raymond said, the kitchen sink, whatever you got in your fridge,
Fill your boots.
just get it in that casserole and serve it. You will love it. 2 thumbs up. So again, we're going to leave this recipe with you below this link, and it should say see more or an arrow pointing down. We're also going to share it with you on our Facebook page at BONITA'S Kitchen, our website www.bonitaskitchen.com, of course right here on YouTube. And if you can't find that recipe and you want to send me a message at bonita'skitchen@gmail.com. And before I say toodaloo, we're going to do a big shout out to our paid members. Thank you for supporting BONITA'S Kitchen, and to all of our subscribers for over these past 10 plus years. And we welcome new subscribers, and we thank each and every one of you for stopping by each Sunday and during the week, sending us messages and enjoying our channel. So before I take the plate and run and leave Raymond with this casserole there, I'm going to say we're not going to take any more of your time. We surely know it's precious. So on behalf of myself,
And me, of course.
Raymond, and our team, and from our kitchen to yours, you
have a wonderful day. And toodaloo.
Join us by the sea, a journey in culinary, always an open door. Bonita's Kitchen to yours. Bonita's Kitchen.
Take the plate and run.
Yours.
And don't forget to join us again on BONITA'S Kitchen.